Please don't waste your money on these luxury designer items. Bonjour, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you the 10 luxury items you are going to always regret buying. Of course, I'm going to show you some designers or some brands, but whatever the brand, whatever the designers, you are sure to regret buying these things. And worse than that, you are sure to waste your money away. Let's start with the 10 luxury items you should absolutely not buy. And the first one is, oh my God, it was all over YouTube for so many years. This is the logo belt. I never really understand why people can really spend, I don't know, thousands on luxury belt or especially logo belt. To be honest with you, I never purchase a logo belt. First, because in Paris, it's not really trendy. Watch my video about quite luxury, but here logo belt looks a little bit tacky actually. People in Paris don't wear the super popular Hermes H belt or even the Gucci belt. Very interesting because it was all over YouTube. Every YouTuber talked about the Marmont and the Gucci belt. It was really trendy all over social media, but unfortunately, this belt was trendy 6 years ago. But today, with the quite luxury trend, it looks a little bit tacky and overdone. And the thing is that logo belt was so all over social media that it started to be so overdone, so obvious. And to be honest with you, I think the logo belt is just outdated in 2024. If you own the logo Hermes H belt, the Gucci belt, or any logo belt, you probably waste your money and it's not luxury anymore. I'm going to say why. So first, the logo Hermes logo H belt. So very trendy, very expensive also with the H Hermes hardware. Such a waste of money because this type of belt, are more fragile. If you have to know that the H hardware of this belt is extremely fragile. And a lot of people have complained that the hardware gets scratches super easily and they got so disappointed after a few months buying this belt. To be honest with you, logo belts also are not worth the money because most of the designers use second range or second grade leather. They don't use the same leather for the belt than the bag. This is the case for Hermes. If you love luxury belt, avoid logo belt because the problem with logo belt, they are super trendy with this logo trend or loud luxury. But once the trend is over, you are going to lose your money and you are not going to wear this belt anymore. Logo belts are not timeless, it's just a trend. It will maybe come back, who knows. But for now, it looks completely outdated. And the thing with logo belts also, like I said, it's so obvious, it's so overdone. It's like a wrong symbol statue. I think very wrong actually, because if you are super wealthy, there's other way to show your wealth, a little bit more sophisticated than wearing a logo belt. But let's say even if you love, to elevate your outfit with a luxury belt, go for something that is super timeless. Something, timeless, durable, high quality with no logo. And if you love, for example, Hermes, go for the Kelly model. The Kelly model is really beautiful. This is a timeless model with a signature, this hardware signature, Hermes signature hardware, which is inspired from the Kelly bag. And this is such a timeless model. You are pretty sure to wear this belt forever, actually. To be honest with you, I avoid any designer or luxury belt. I think it is, to me, a waste of money. And I go for a mid-range luxury brand such as Furla for me. I think it's totally worth the price. I will say focus on mid-range designer luxury brand, something that is not too expensive and timeless enough also so you can wear it forever. Second, luxury items you will always regret buying, and this one also is super popular on social media. These are trendy luxury bags. Trendy designer bags are all over social media. I cannot count how many videos about the next luxury bags you should absolutely buy. This is absolutely overwhelming actually, but I think this is the worst purchase you can make when it comes to bag, and it's also super pricey and super expensive. You know, when I think about luxury bags and designer bags in general, there are a lot of fraud, meaning that there are a lot of designer bags super expensive, but they're not really high quality, they won't last, and you will probably throw them the next season, or they will be in your closet because they are overdone, overrated. So this is the worst thing you can do, spending 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or even over 10,000 in the next the next trendy designer bag that will look completely overdone the next season or outdated. This is such a waste of money. These trendy designer bags such as Saint Laurent, the little Jacques Mus, for example, the little bag from Jacques Mus, or even worse, the Gucci Marmont bag, which is absolutely outdated this season. All this bag, you can't resell this bag so easily actually, because guess what? They are trendy, and if they are outdated for you, they are also outdated for someone else. So trendy bags cannot be sold so easily. So trendy bags are not investment bags. For example, whatever you think about the Kelly by Hermes or even the Chanel Classic flat bag, they might be overrated, probably, but they are still investment bag, meaning that the value goes over time, which is the case for Chanel, which has also tripled in value. They are definitely investment bag, even they can be overrated. The Marmont by Gucci, the Valentino bag, the Yves Saint Laurent bag, all these mid-range designer brands are trendy bag, and these trendy bag are waste of money. The next luxury items you will always regret buying are designer shoes. Don't get me wrong, I'm a bad example, and I'm going to tell you why. I probably own 80 pairs of shoes. I have a decent collection of shoes, and most of them are luxury, most of them are designers. And I kept buying and buying designer shoes until I realized probably a few years ago that most of the time I don't wear these super expensive designer shoes every day. I only wear the super expensive designer shoes for parties, cocktails, so few times in my life. They're not made for every day. Let me show you an example. When I say designer shoes, I say like the super high heel designer shoes, you know, stiletto, high heel, or these super fragile designer shoes. And the example I have in mind are the one from Louboutin. Louboutin are very popular. Usually Louboutin shoes are all over the videos about the worst luxury purchase, but Louboutin shoes are very fragile. Like many designer shoes, they are super fragile. They're not made for every day. And most of the time, women who are buying this type of shoes, they really think that they can walk with Louboutin all over the city. They still think that they can wear this pair of shoes even to go to the restaurant or doing some errands. These shoes are not made for every day. Second, they're not really comfortable. This is not the kind of shoes you can wear really comfortably. They're not made for that, okay? They're super expensive luxury shoes. They're just made, you know, for the marketing, for the parties, for the cocktail. They're not made for life, actually. So usually women who are buying these shoes, they just regret buying Louboutin after a few months. So if you love luxury shoes, I have some recommendations. So avoid the high heel, super expensive designer shoes that are not made for every day. Focus on maybe mid-range luxury shoes for every day. It is what I'm doing actually. Right now for every day, I'm still focusing on mid-range luxury brands, you know, high quality shoes, not too expensive, but not cheap. The next luxury items you will always regret buying are costume jewels. The problem with costume jewelry is that they are not worth the price. Most of the time, they are not really, you know, real diamonds, so not high quality diamond. It's just a brand, a logo with some stones actually. So you are not paying the quality of the materials, the quality of the diamonds or the stones. You are just paying actually the brand and the logo, and the price is just really not worth it. Second, costume jewelry are really not worth the price because most of the time they're also not made for every day. This is not the kind of pieces that are discreet, you know, and made or durable for your everyday life. My advice is to buy in investment jewelry pieces. There are still brands out there that's still worthy investment. I'm still thinking that some pieces from Cartier are worth it. Actually, some watches from Cartier are the perfect first watch. They're not too expensive and they really, really match the quality-price ratio we are looking for. Some pieces from also Van Cleef & Arpels, such as the Alhambra, are still worth it. I'm still thinking that these pieces are worth the investment, especially the single Alhambra. Focus also on mid-range luxury jewelry brands that you can afford and that are also worth the investment because the quality is here. I have some brands that I also love to wear. They're not too expensive, but they're still a real pearl, real diamonds, and the quality-price ratio is just perfect also for my budget. The next luxury items you will always regret buying is luxury suitcases. You should never spend your money on Louis Vuitton luggages or even all these Goyard suitcases because if you don't fly private, you have a lot of chances that these suitcases will get scratches all over. So what I do instead, I go for some expensive luxury but more durable brands such as Tumi. I found Tumi extremely durable. I love this brand. Usually their luggages are made for someone who travel on commercial, even in business class. They're durable, they're also timeless. I still have my 10 years luggage from Tumi. They're still in perfect condition. So really my advice to you is to focus on timeless, durable brand when it comes to suitcase. Focus on something that is not cheap, but will make the job and it's not too expensive. The next luxury items you will always regret buying, and I made this mistake, I'm guilty. These are high-end designer skincare brands. Yes, I made this mistake a few years ago. I made this mistake. I spent my money on super expensive high-end skincare brands such as La Prairie, for example, La Mer. I used to buy more La Prairie. I was really fond of La Prairie and I remember spending thousands on La Prairie. Valmont also, this is another brand I really like. And I think it's still worth it for some pieces, but it was so expensive for what it is. So Valmont, La Prairie, La Mer. And I think personally you should not spend your money. I think it's really a waste of money for what it is. It is very expensive. Some of the skincare cream cost over 500, even 1,000 for some special products. Not worth the money because if you focus on the ingredients, you will really quickly realize that it's not worth 1,000 for what it is actually. It's a lot of marketing. It's a lot of, spending 1,000 on advertising, on marketing, really on, the technology, the ingredients. So instead of buying 1,000 and spending 1,000 in skincare cream that is not really working, you could allocate this money to something that is really working, such as fillers or non-invasive procedure. And with time, really, I stopped buying all these super expensive skincare brands. I focus more on mid-range skincare. There are still skincare brands that I love and I'm still thinking that worth the price because they're not too expensive. I still love Estée Lauder. And I think you should buy Estée Lauder over than La Mer. Estée Lauder owns La Mer actually, and they use exactly the same ingredients in La Mer. They just market differently, okay? So I don't buy this technology stuff in La Mer. For me, Estée Lauder and La Mer are exactly the same thing because this is the same owner. And I prefer to buy Estée Lauder because it is less expensive and I'm pretty sure they use exactly the same ingredients. Another brand I really love is still luxury, but I still think it's worth the money is Sisley. I really love Sisley. I'm still buying Sisley. So what I do for every day, I focus on mid-range skincare brand, not expensive at all, such as Avène, for example. Avène is absolutely not expensive. It's good price quality ratio. Every single dermatologist in Paris will recommend Avène. So what I do, I buy Avène. And time to time, I love to please myself. I buy something a little more expensive, a skincare treatment, for example, or a mask from Sisley, Tata Harper. And the last luxury items you will always regret buying, no matter the designer, no matter the brand, is a logo t-shirt. Same thing, the logo t-shirt was all over social media, super trendy 4 years ago. I remember everyone wearing the Balmain logo t-shirt. Designer brands have jumped to a trend a few years ago because guess what? It was so profitable for them. The logo designer t-shirt is extremely profitable for the brand because you just have to use a regular t-shirt with regular cotton. Absolutely nothing exceptional about the quality, about the material. And you just have to print a logo. Just a logo, a simple logo, Balmain, Chanel, Hermes, whatever brand you want to print it. And you can retail this t-shirt probably over 500, 600 just because there is a logo over the t-shirts. And my last tips is instead of buying designer things, designer brands, even if you can afford it, is to invest. Invest in something that is durable and something that nobody can take away from you. This is a tips also I received from someone who is extremely successful and extremely wealthy. Don't buy, designer things. Instead, invest in something that nobody can take away from you. Invest in your degree, your education, to be extremely careful about what you see on social media and the way also luxury is on social media, because when you scratch the surface, usually, it's not what it seems, actually. Usually, a lot of people who buy designer who are obsessed about luxury and designer stuff. A lot of people who are buying designer stuff who are obsessed about luxury and wearing logo. Most of the time, they don't have the lifestyle. They don't have the social status that goes with that. And this is really the mistake that people are doing. They think that buying designer stuff can also buy a social status, a lifestyle, a success. Build your success, build your life, build your social status, build your wealth. This is really important. And after you can spend your money and buying whatever designer you want to buy. So my advice is that don't be obsessed about designer things. And usually when you build also wealth, you have a different approach about designer. Usually you have a different approach about money also. You want your money work for you and you don't want to work for money. And you also want to invest. Most of the time you want to invest in luxury. Whatever you buy, you really think long-term, durability, timelessness. You don't want to waste your money. Another example I can give you, very personal. I don't own an Hermes bag. I don't own an Hermes bag yet. I want to own one day an Hermes bag, of course, and I want to own a Kelly bag. I'm really a fan of a Kelly bag. I prefer the Kelly over the Birkin. Aside of that, to me, an Hermes bag comes with a status, actually, a social status, a professional status. And I did not reach this status yet. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm pretty sure that once I will reach this goal I have, actually, professionally, personally, I have this goal, I will wear this Birkin. But the problem with wearing, an Hermes bag, a lot of people are focusing on designer before focusing on what is really important is the status, and wearing an Hermes bag without the status coming with that, it's not aligned, it's not coherent. And unfortunately, a lot of people, think that wearing a designer can buy this status, and I don't think so. So that's why I don't own an Hermes bag. If I was obsessed about designer, obsessed about the logo, like many people actually on social media, I would buy a fake Hermes bag. But because I don't like fake, I don't like to pretend, I will never buy a fake bag. But, I prefer to wait. And once I will have my Hermes, it's because I reach this status or this goal in my life. And also another thing I want to add is you don't buy an Hermes bag. You don't buy an Hermes bag. You earn an Hermes bag. My point is that don't focus on the logo or the brand because it's not what is luxury. Let me know what you think in the video. I love to see the comments and the reaction when I talk about luxury. Usually it triggers a lot of comments and reactions. So let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed this video and I see you very soon for another one. Bye.